Early spring on the prehistoric continent of Gondwana. 190 million years ago. After months of darkness, life emerges from winter's shadow. In this Jurassic kingdom of night hunters and river monsters, the pale glow of a new dawn breaks over ancient forests. Stirring primal creatures adapted to a bizarre world like no other. Giant reptiles reign supreme. This is the story of a hidden prehistoric wilderness, a chronicle of extraordinary change through deep time, of a dinosaur realm at the end of the earth that today lies beneath colossal sheets of ice. Welcome to Gondwana. Welcome to Antarctica. How did a lush, prehistoric world become the frozen desert we know today? The coldest, windiest place on the planet. What lost world may lie beneath these forbidding glaciers? While a surprising diversity of animals live along Antarctica's edges, its sweeping interior is nearly devoid of life, blanketed by sheets of ice miles deep. So deep that only the very peaks of the enormous transantarctic mountains rise above the white expanse. But it is here, locked in the layers of stone and sediment, a keen eye can find secrets from a far, greener continent. In 1912, members of Captain Robert Falcon Scott's Antarctic expedition to reach the South Pole made a surprising discovery. Unusual rocks containing plant fossils with beautifully traced leaves in layers. Frostbitten, injured and hungry, Scott and his men dragged 35 pounds of these rock samples on their sled as they struggled across the ice, refusing to lighten their load and cast aside the fossil find that they knew was truly remarkable, hinting at a forested world from long ago. Scott's fossils were from a tree called Glossopteris, dating to roughly 270 million years ago. The discovery of these same fossils around the southern hemisphere was evidence that the Earth's continents were once all joined, forming a prehistoric supercontinent known as Pangaea during the Permian time period. Parts of Pangaea covered the southern pole, capped by glaciers, similar to today. But a shift to a warmer climate led to the end of an ice age. Polar glaciers melted, moving the planet to greenhouse conditions. By the age of dinosaurs, the world had entered a hotter time. Antarctica was at the heart of a warm and lush South Polar world known as Gondwana.
These old historic specimens are so fantastic.
Paleontologist Dr. Pete Makovicky from the Field Museum of Natural History in Chicago.
Here's Cryolophosaurus.
Oh, these dorsals came out really nice.
And Dr. Nate Smith from the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County are getting ready for a major Antarctic expedition to explore the continent's prehistory. They will be joined by fossil preparator Akiko Shinya on her first trip to Antarctica.
Oh, everything's articulated.
Yeah.
I find Antarctica especially fascinating because many of the animals we find are new to science. One of the highlights of my career has been the work we did excavating a huge Antarctic meat-eating dinosaur, the South Polar King of the early Jurassic. Found in 1990, it took over 2 decades and multiple expeditions to remove this huge predator from the frozen rock of the Transantarctic Mountains. This is Nate Smith, and we're back in the Cryolophosaurus story. We've got Pete Makovicky who's working on the hammer drill right now. We're going to take out a bunch of chunks like that, hopefully in pieces about 300 to 800 pounds. In Antarctica, rock is extremely hard because it's not exposed to rain and repeated thawing. This poses challenges that require, shall we say, less conventional methods to extract our specimens.
This quarry was started in 1990-91, so 20 years later we finally got the last bones off it. And this has been one of the most fantastic experiences of my life. You know, when this quarry started, our student Nate Smith was only like 9 years old, and he's with us today to finish it up.
Cryolophosaurus, meaning frozen crested lizard, turned out to be the largest known carnivore on Earth for its time. While the Cretaceous had T-Rex, the early Jurassic had Cryolophosaurus.
It's late spring in southern Gondwana. This is the stomping ground of a 25-foot Cryolophosaurus, and he's on the hunt. A herd of Glacialosaurus are nearby, more massive than a large elephant and unique to Antarctica. These long-necked plant eaters are early cousins of the largest dinosaurs on Earth, the sauropods. While the 6-ton adults are capable of running on 2 legs, the smaller juveniles are quite vulnerable to predators. Only one thing could distract a male Cryolophosaurus from a springtime meal. And there she is. Scientists can only speculate about the Cryolophosaurus's head crest. If the fancy display was used to attract a mate, it appears